Bonjour, we're here in Paris to bring you our best and brightest tips on how to bring love into your life in 2022.
Lockdown is over. The world has opened back up. So now is the perfect time for you to start exploring the possibilities that our time can unlock.
Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Julie Peasgood and I am delighted to be your host for this event tonight. I'm an actress, TV presenter and journalist, and I've written an award-winning book about sex and relationships.
I'm Kate Taylor and I'm the author of 5 books on dating, and I've worked as a dating coach for 15 years, most recently with Our Time, and I love everything about online dating because I've seen it work really well for hundreds of people, including myself. So I'm really excited to be here tonight to pass all my advice on to you.
Excellent. Now here's what you can expect from this session. Okay, in tonight's live event, we're going to cover 3 easy steps or chapters to bring you closer to your perfect partner. Number 1 is it starts with you, how to bring positivity to online dating and to ensure that you're ready for love. Number 2, meet your match, how to increase your chances of finding the person who's really right for you. And number 3, get ready for your close-up. Master the modern art of video dating and live cafe. And remember, in this live event, we'd love you to interact with us. Send your questions in by using the chat box on the screen, or send your reactions to other people's questions in the same way. You can also click on the emojis to show us you agree or hopefully like what we're covering. And if for some reason your page freezes up, just refresh it. So, chapter 1 is it starts with you. Now, to get the most out of online dating, it's best to do it with a really positive attitude, to go into it with a positive attitude. But how do you maintain that if things don't always go to plan? In this first section, Kate is going to give us her invaluable tips for staying upbeat when you're dating online. But just before she does that, we've got our first survey question for you. It's a simple yes or no answer, and the question is, do you know anyone who's successfully found love using online dating? Do you know anyone who's successfully found love using online dating? Over to you, Kate.
Online dating works. Julie just asked you if you know anyone who's found someone using online dating, and I would like to say that you do. Me! I'm currently married to my second husband. I say currently just to kind of keep him on his toes. But so I've been married twice, and I've met both of my husbands doing online dating. The first time I was 28, and the second time I was 40. When I dated online, I found it's a roller coaster between 2 emotions. So initially you get all these messages coming in, people are responding to you, you're finding all these people that live in your town that are single that you had no idea about, and you are riding high. You feel like Beyonce on her comeback tour, and you're like, this is it, I'm going to be married by the weekend. But then maybe after a week or two, those initial messages stop coming in, people aren't replying to you, and your mood kind of goes down until in the end you're despondent, thinking this is the biggest waste of my time ever. I'm just going to die alone, eaten by my cat. You need to keep your attitude somewhere in the middle. And I found that it's best to combat that pendulum by focusing on 2 things. So those things are create the best profile possible and break out of your comfort zone. So to start, how do you create the best possible profile? I think dating is scary. If you've been on your own for a while, dating is scary because you're not in control anymore.
Yeah, you feel vulnerable.
You do. Yeah. And it's like it's all out of your hands. So remember that when you're creating your profile, that is in your hands and you can control that. So if you ever feel nervous, want to go back to your profile and spend some more time there. Here's how to make sure your profile is the best that it can be. It's all about the photos. Dating is an incredibly visual thing that you can do. So I really want you to concentrate on getting those photos right. You need as many photos as you can, but remember you're only as good as your worst photo. So be very picky when you're selecting them. But the first 3 types of pictures that you need are a really nice headshot, and this is going to be used all over the site. It's going to show up when you're on the live cafe, and it's going to be your main profile picture. So I want you to choose a really nice headshot of yourself. If you were if you're wearing a lovely bright shirt like Julie is like the perfect advert of a profile picture at the moment. So smiley, lovely, glamorous, and a bright shirt. That's the kind of thing you want to be looking for, because you really need to attract people in, because there's competition online, there is. So you need to be drawing people to you. So the first shot, a really lovely headshot. Men, you can look away from the camera. You can be brooding, you can be moody, that's fine. Women, I really want you to smile into the camera. It just works better for you. The second picture that we need would be a full length shot, so we can see your figure. It doesn't have to expose everything. And men, no shirtless, no shirtless selfies. So we need to see the body that you have. We need to see who's going to be turning up to a first date. So never crop your picture here. I mean, you need at least one full length shot.
And not too dark, please.
No
A number
shadows.
of profile pictures that are really dark. I mean, maybe you're aiming for a kind of moody look, but it's frustrating if you can't see somebody's features.
Yeah, and people will think, if I can't see your face, I'm just going to go on to the next person, because there's too much uncertainty there, and people like certainty in dating. And the third picture that I want you to do is an icebreaker photo. So this is literally a photo that makes it really easy for people to contact you. So if you've ever jumped out of a plane and you have a photo of that, that would be perfect. If you have a really cute pet, a picture of them, absolutely, you with your pet, ideal. Playing cards, playing a musical instrument, something that people can ask you a question about, makes it really easy for them to contact you. What would your photo be? I bet you've done glamorous stuff.
My photo, no, I'd make it an action photograph,
Nice.
actually, yeah. I did an incredible thing in Cornwall last year where I was sort of strapped up and zooming.
That
on
would
the
do
wire.
it.
Yeah, I was so proud of that.
Nice. And with your icebreaker photo, don't feel that has to be as recent as the other ones, because if you did something really interesting 5 years ago, you can still use that photo. But with your headshot, I want that has to be this year. It really does. My second tip for doing your profile would be get a friend who's the type of person that you're trying to attract to read your profile and just go over the pictures and text. So Julie, if you were online dating and you wanted to attract a man, I would want you to ask like your brother, your platonic friend, a friendly ex.
Not a girlfriend?
No.
Oh.
Because what happens is that men write profiles that impress other men. So that's why we see all the pictures of men holding up the giant fish, because other men would be like, good catch, and all the women are like, and women do profiles that would attract other women, but that other women would go, oh, that's really nice. So it's long profiles, because women like to read long profiles, and it's kind of friendly photos of you wearing something quirky. I would ask you to get a lovely, friendly man to read over it. And if it's someone that you wouldn't mind going out with as well, it's kind of a good way. So, Simon, could you check my text, because I'm single now? Could you just read that? So definitely do that, because honestly, a lot of mistakes just get eradicated by someone looking over your shoulder and going, not that picture. You're much better looking than that picture. And the third thing I want you to do is talk about yourself in a light, friendly, upbeat way. So no Brexit, no money, no politics of any kind, but also beware of the way that sometimes if you've been single for a while, you don't want to look lonely and desperate, obviously, on your dating profile. So sometimes you go the other way and start going, I do charity work, I do traveling, I do hobbies, I've got a million kids, my life's amazing. But when we're reading it, it kind of feels like you're free one afternoon a year to meet me for a coffee. So kind of tone that back again and just make it a nice, light, upbeat introduction to yourself.
Excellent. Great. What's your next tip on staying positive?
The second way I found that you can keep your spirit up and not going, oh my God, is to break out of your comfort zone. So you can boost your confidence and your positivity when you break out of any rut that you've accidentally got yourself into while you're single. Mm-hmm. So I want you to make sure you get out and about in real life, because what I don't want you to do is to find that online dating becomes your life. You want to fit it in to a balanced, healthy lifestyle. So the more you get out and do things in real life, the more you have to talk about on your dates, but also the less that you're there at home. Refresh. Like Bill, you haven't replied to me. Why are all men so hopeless? So make sure that you're kind of doing a lot of other things too. I want you to stay busy as well. So you're not replying to messages on a Friday or Saturday night, because those nights of the week, it's still important, no matter how old you are, it's still important that you have things to do and that you can show yourself as a sociable, positive person. Because don't forget, on our time, people can see when you were last online. So if it's a Saturday night at 10 o'clock and it says Julie was online an hour ago, I'm kind of thinking, well, Julie hasn't got much to do. And yet Julie's profile said, you know, I'm always being flung out of things on holiday and I go out and about all the time.
And I dine out in the best restaurants all the time.
Yeah, but hang on, Julie, you just seem to be here.
Yeah.
So like fit online dating in around your life and make your own plans and do new things. I'm sure you're doing a lot of things already, but try and do new things because they boost the dopamine in your brain. So dopamine is a really important feel-good chemical in your brain, and it's stimulated by new and novel experiences. So every time you break out of your comfort zone just a bit, you're going to be flooding your brain with feel-good chemicals, which is obviously just going to boost your mood in general and makes online dating a much happier, calmer experience. So just try little things. It doesn't have to be drastic. You haven't got to move house, you haven't got to emigrate. But if you normally have roast beef on a Sunday, try roast chicken. You know, just live a little, just push the boundaries just a tiny bit. And every time you do that, you're flooding your brain with feel-good chemicals and you will soothe yourself.
I love that. And it's such an easy thing to do, to mix things up, and so good for our brains to stimulate them by not doing the same old. You know, it's making me think, I always have tuna samis when I go on a train ride. Tomorrow, when Kate and I go back on Eurostar, I'm going to break out. I'm going to have smoked salmon. I'm going to walk on the wild
You
side.
little devil, Julie.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to hold her to that. I am.
Listen, we've had 3 men who all sent in the same question before this event. Pat, 74, Ian, 60, and Mahesh, 66, all asked, why am I not getting any replies to my messages?
So first of all, boys, I want you to look at your profile, because the best messages in the world aren't going to spark any responses if when the woman goes to your profile, she doesn't like what she sees there. So I would do what I said, like get one of your friends, get your sister, of someone who's lovely, get them to check over your profile and make sure you haven't accidentally put spelling mistakes or unflattering photos, anything like, or the fish photo, no fish photos. But also the messages that you send, make sure that they're easy to reply to. Like when I was doing online dating, sometimes if I use like a really flattering picture, I would get men going, Kate, you're beautiful, which was adorable. But
That's nice.
Yeah. I kind of miss those days, really. Might go back. But so I would like a lovely compliment, but I don't know how to reply to that. What do I say? What do I say
Thank
to
you.
Oh, you make it sound so easy. Maybe I was overthinking it a bit. But I found complimentary text of messages just to sort of, I literally don't know what to say to that. So putting a compliment, absolutely, that's really good, that's always good, but try and balance that with a question. Ask them a question that'd be fun for them to answer.
So my friend, who is an avid reader, she always asks, or tries to ask, what's the current book you're reading? And that actually really works for her. It's also quite an interesting insight into their personality.
Find out stuff.
Yeah.
I'm reading American Psycho, like block, delete.
Okay, so we've got another question. Sorry, Anthony, 77, asks, this is a good one, how do I conquer my shyness?
So Anthony, I want you to break out of your comfort zone with the tips that we suggested, and I want you to set yourself little tiny targets, like you're going to talk to one new person a day. So if you're doing online dating at the moment, brilliant, send one message a day, and then the next day try and send a message, but also talk to someone in real life, like talk to someone on the bus, have more of a chat with someone if you go and buy a coffee. Break out of your comfort zone on tiny little steps, so that when you're talking to people that you really find attractive, you don't have as much pressure. It's not quite so daunting. It's not like, oh, I really like this woman and now I feel tongue-tied, because by that point, talking to new people will just be something that you do.
You've
and it'll
rehearsed
all be
it
easier.
in baby steps.
Tiny steps.
Very, very good. Okay, Sharon, 56, asks, I'm interested in finding someone who's young at heart. How do I find that?
So, Sharon, I'm worried that how you know that the people aren't young at heart, and I worry that you've gone slightly judgmental. Sharon, have you a little bit? When we're doing online dating, sometimes it's quite easy to get into the point where you want to screen people out. You're trying to get through this. There's so many people. I need to narrow the field a bit. I need to kind of make sure you're not judging people as being old at heart before you've exchanged a good few messages with them, so you can really get past this sort of icebreaker stuff and get to know them. But also going to a live event, I think, would be a really good idea.
Yeah.
If you want to meet men who are outgoing, fun, like meeting new people, then the Our Time live events are a really good place to see them. And I've attended quite a few of the live events and coached at quite a few of them. And the men that attend those are sparky and fun.
And they really are young at heart, aren't they?
They're young at heart.
Definitely great. Thank you, Kate. Now, I've just been glancing at my phone because it's beeped and we have our first survey results. So we asked you, do you know anybody who's successfully found love using online dating? And I am thrilled to tell you that the survey reveals the answer is yes. 60% say
Nice.
yes, they have found somebody who's
Awesome.
successfully found love. No to 40%, but that's erring in the right direction.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So remember, next time that could be you. That could be you. So to get yourself in the best possible dating mindset, I would say, number one, remember you can control your profile and it's calming. So build a great profile and get those lovely photos working for you. And also break out of your rut in every area of your life.
Thanks, Kate.